Hi there, and welcome to Nova Tools. Today, we will be learning how to edit tools to develop your own step-by-step process inside work sessions. To get started, you want to choose a tool in a new session. For this session, we're going to select the project planning, strategic planning to use our action plan for this team meeting. Now, I need to enter the session, and inside the session, I have my steps on the right-hand side, which I can close using this X, and I have my board, which I'm going to zoom out of so that we can get a better understanding of what it looks like. Now, if I want to edit the board, first what I need to do is determine if anything is locked. In this case, all of the contents on this board are locked, so I will need to click on this button to then click the unlock button. And now, if I click and drag over anything that I want to unlock, it now says 39 notes unlocked. And so now I can click back to my cursor, and now I can edit any of the content on this page. Next, I can use the draw tool if I want to draw freely, to draw arrows, or better yet, use the arrow function. In addition to that, I can add sticky notes using this, and to type inside them, I can just double click on them and type. And if I wanted to zoom in to view that closer and move it around, I could just use the zoom function here in the bottom right corner. And now I can add that to my action plan. In addition, if I wanted to put a task on the action plan, I could press the add task note, which will add a specific task, such as that. And on that task, I can set dates for it in the fine print, which we can view. Let's get a little closer so that we can see those dates and work on this. By clicking on this button, I can also access timers if I wanted to set a timer for this session to make sure that our team is working efficiently and getting through this plan in the amount of time we have allotted. In addition, I can add media by clicking this button, or I can make comments for my team members to view so that they can see what needs to be done on this page. Once you are finished editing the template of your board, you can now select the lock option, and let's zoom out to get a bit of picture. We want everything on this board as it stands currently to be unmovable by any guests or team members. So we click and drag over the entire space, and this will lock everything as it currently stands. And as you can see at the bottom here, it says 52 notes locked. Next, we want to learn how to edit the steps and notes that our team members will see. So to open them, we can click the steps and notes here, and then we want to click these ellipses and press Edit Steps and Options. You can see here now it says we are in editing mode, and we have the option to stop editing. This how to use this tool is here to help you coordinate your sessions and have a better understanding of how to use the tool to your best advantage. If you scroll down, you can edit the existing steps that are in place if you're using an existing tool, or you can add your own steps and then click and drag the steps to reorder them accordingly. If you'd like, you can add a text box to your step. You can add images or other media to the step. You can also decide who can view the step, whether it's only team members or people who are guests on the project as well. You can decide if this step is related to specific content on your page. So in this case, we want people to define their objectives. So we're going to click this to draw a new frame, and we are going to put it right over the objective section so that when our team members click on this step, it will immediately draw their attention to this part of the board. And we selected an invisible frame so that there is no box around this. However, if we selected visible frame, it would then create a box around this section. Now we will go over how to create a new tool from scratch. So to start, we will add a session to the project and provide it with a name. And now we will click Plan Session, which will bring us to a clean slate session page, which we can use to create our new tool. First, we can insert our goals and instructions in this bar, which will immediately provide our team members and participants with an understanding of what they will be going through as they use this tool. Next, you can connect them with any resources that they need to be able to move forward with using this tool. Now, you can decide what type of tool you want to use. In our case, we want to add steps from scratch. Here, you have an option between using the two different types of tool formats on Nova Tools. The first option is a list of steps, where participants will go through a stepwise process, answering each step. And for each step, they can use the multi-selector tool, they can access a board, they can provide a set of notes or text information, or it can just be an informative step. The whiteboard is very similar, however, the entire project is based on a whiteboard. So you'd want to use the whiteboard if your entire session will be worked on in one place. For now, let's use the list of steps function. Here, in the same way that we were editing existing tools, we can now add steps and change the title of the steps, add text content to provide instructions, and we can determine what resource the participant needs to access to move forward with this step. So if I wanted to use a board, for example, I can then add a board and title it, and it will create a new board, which I can then open and edit as I freely want to. Going back, we can then add additional steps by pressing the Add Step button, and in this case, I will call it Step 2, and in this case, I want it to be a multiple choice question, so I will select multi-selector, and I want this only for team members. And so then I can press multi-selector here, and I can select what options I want to be available on the multiple choice question. And I can change many of the different parameters around the question. So this is how you create a new tool from scratch on Nova Tools. Now, for any pro users, we want to show you how you can save this tool for future use so that you don't need to create it from scratch again in the future. First, you click these ellipses in the top right corner, and you press the Save to My Toolbox button, which will open a new window, allowing you to put in information that you can use to refer to the tool in the future. Once you've completed the information, you can press Save to My Toolbox, and it will be saved for future use so that you can refer back to it and immediately start with an already filled template for your future sessions. You can also access this function if you scroll to the bottom of your tool editor page and press Save to My Toolbox here. That's all for today on Nova Tools. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.